My name's Toews, and I'd like to share with you a little bit about my educational philosophy. You know, I love being a teacher. It's my vocation. I've known since I was 10 years old what I was going to do with my life. I think I'm kind of lucky that way. But I knew that I was going to be a teacher, that it was something I wanted to do, and I think it was because, you know, my grade 5 teacher made learning so much fun. And it was all about discovering and building and making and exploring, and I thought that was such a great way to spend your life, that was what I wanted to do with my life. I've been teaching for 20 years and I hope to continue for many more, and this vocation of helping learners explore the world and to learn how to think and fend for themselves is really my calling, and it's something that I deeply enjoy. Learning should be fun. You know, Captain Kangaroo once said that the work of children is play, and I really take that to heart. I think that whatever I do in the classroom should be, as much as possible, really fun. You know, lifelong learning is something that I actively believe in, not only for myself, but for my own children and for my students. One of the key things that I incorporate into my teaching practice is critical thinking. You know, multilingualism is something that I really believe in, not only for myself, but for my students. I'm very comfortable working in a multilingual environment. I speak 3 languages, English, French, and Thai, and you know, that multilingual ability has opened more doors and created more friendships and given me the ability to absorb more information, to learn more about international life and about the people and the world around me. Integrity, consistent and principle integrity is something that I use as a touchstone to filter the complexity of modern life. I've lived abroad for 12 years, and I've lived in 4 countries. I've taught all over the place, and it's given me a real open-minded and international perspective on life and learning and everything to do with my professional world. Care and empathy for others is something that I really feel is important to instill in our learners and in our classrooms. Solving the problems of the world comes from understanding the needs of others. You know, seek first to understand and then to be understood. As a practicing artist, you know, critique is, well, it's one of the toughest things to go through, but that reflective process of how did I make this? How did I get here? What have I learned from this? How can I improve this? That reflection and critique is essential to improving my craft as an artist. Professionally, the same thing applies. Everything I do in the classroom, I look back on and I try to analyze it in terms of, with an eye to improvement. And this is something that I teach my students. Everything that we do leads to reflection and critique. It's the way that we get better at what we do. You know, living abroad for 12 years and 3 different continents, I have learned to be flexible and adaptable. You know, if we're rigid and stuck in our ways, there is just no way you can survive working abroad. You know, problem solving is essentially how I structure everything that goes into the classroom. Life is filled with problems, so if we approach the acquisition of knowledge as a problem-solving activity, you know, it really works well. You know, we make meaning out of the world and in the world by inquiring. It's how we play. It's the reason that we play when we're developing as toddlers and young children. And that inquiry, that spirit of seeking, is something that is essential. That's why I believe in the inquiry model. It's part of my life, it's part of what I want for my own kids, and it's part of my professional practice as a teacher. They say that success in business can be driven by starting with the end in mind. This is, of course, understanding by design. We work backwards from the results that we're trying to work towards. And that understanding by design, by looking at the processes that we can use to get to where we're going, I think it's a really vital part of a pedagogical practice. I love teaching. I've known since I was 10 years old that I was going to be a teacher, and it turned out to be so.